Hi, kids. Okay, camp. It's whatever happened to Baby Jane. Um, you can't do a series on camp and not talk about whatever happened to Baby Jane. Maybe the crown jewel in camp. I don't know. You tell me. 1962 release, directed by Robert Aldrich. I mentioned Robert Aldrich on this channel before. The director of Kiss Me Deadly. Mentioned him. Mentioned that film in the film noir series. Of course, it is iconic. It is camp because of Bette Davis as Baby Jane Hudson and Joan Crawford as Blanche Hudson. So anytime you have Bette Davis in a film, there's a pretty good chance it could go into camp territory. Anytime you have Joan Crawford in a film, there's a really good chance it could go into camp territory. You put those two together, it's mandatory camp. It's mandatory. So their performances is the key, one of the key elements that makes this camp. Um, those two icons, they're always wandering into these very dramatic, strong performances. Of course, the film is known for the feud between the two, um, which started way before production of the film, continued during production of the film, and after production of the film, Bette Davis was nominated for an Academy Award, but Joan Crawford wasn't. So, of course, that helped keep the feud going. Feud goes back way back to the 1930s. Crawford started out before Bette Davis. Bette Davis had her big breakout film performance, 1932, I think. It was the first film that she was lead role, starring, of the titles, Bette Davis. It's released, and on the same day, Joan Crawford announces her divorce from Douglas Fairbanks Jr., overshadows it. There we go. Starts right there. And then later on, the two women both had romantic entanglements with Franchot Tone. I think he was having an affair with Bette Davis. Meanwhile, went on to be engaged to Joan Crawford. With Joan Crawford, mentioned her in some other videos. Usually, there's a feud with a female, both of them, with female co-stars. Joan Crawford, most of the time it has to do with a male, maybe someone she was in a relationship or is in a relationship. So it's Franchot Tone. And then later on in 1936, Bette Davis is at the Academy Awards, doesn't think she's going to win. She's kind of forced by producers to attend. So she doesn't really dress up because why? She's not going to go up there. She's not going to win anything. And she wins. So she goes up there, accepts her award. Joan Crawford makes a snide remark about her dress. Could have dressed a little nicer. Um, and then there's a lot of other backstory. Um, Bette Davis passed on the role in Mildred Pierce. Did a video on that shoot. And of course, Joan Crawford. That is the only role that she won an Academy Award for. And Davis would later on go and star in a film that was kind of a character, a washed up actress that was loosely based on Joan Crawford. So maybe Joan didn't take too kindly to that either. There's other things that take place during the filming that, of course, if you're tuning in to watch this, probably already know about. There's the book, Bette and Joan, The Divine Feud, by Sean Constantine, published in 1989. And then, of course, Ryan Murphy would take that and make it into Feud, his FX series. What else is there to say? You all know all of the things. Camp, whatever happened to Baby Jane. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe. Bye.